Hi, I'm Mike with Homes Quality Products. Today, I want to talk about the Wells Fargo Autograph Journey. This credit card was just announced, so the details are still kind of like coming out. They put some of the basic information out, but we're going to go with what we know so far. This card's multipliers are 5% on hotels, 4% on airlines, 3% on other travel, 3% on dining, and then 1% on everything else. So you can see it's focused at travel. And as far as being focused on travel, it checks quite a few of the boxes of getting the things that people need to travel. Now, this card does have a $95 annual fee, but they've offset the annual fee by giving you a $50 credit for airfare. So that makes it less than $50 for the card if you get the airfare credit. I'm not sure exactly if there's going to be any kind of like stipulations in it, but right now it seems pretty open. So maybe anything that you do with an airline, you can get a $50 credit, check some bags and things like that. So it might be easy to get that $50 off there. And right now they have a current bonus offer of 60,000 points for 4,000 spend in 3 months. So that's a pretty good bonus with 60,000 points, like get the card going. You got 4,000 on spend, isn't too bad either. So, you set this up for your car insurance and some other transactions, use it for dining out for a few months, and you're probably going to hit the bonus. And that bonus with Wells Fargo, now they've added transfer partners with this card, which we'll get into in a minute. But even if you didn't use those transfer partners, that 60,000 points is at least $600 back in cash. If you think about it, you use the airline credit, knocks this card down to $50 a year, and then you get the $600 at least bonus. That'll cover the annual fee for quite a while. Now we're going to talk about the transfer partners, because this is something I've been waiting to see what Wells Fargo would do with transfer partners. Since they already had the autograph card, and then they had the active cash, which was a cash back card, but you can like transfer and move things around. So with the autograph card, which I do think is a very good card as in the sense of multipliers, I've been waiting to see what they would do with transfer partners because they didn't have transfer partners. Now with the introduction of this card, they've added transfer partners. Now what I was really hoping for was that they would get the built MasterCard transfer partners, because having Hyatt and American Airlines really puts the Bill card pretty high up on my list of cards to make sure I'm using. But they didn't hit that mark, but I think they're doing okay. So they added 5 airlines and 1 hotel. That's not much, especially compared to a lot of the other ones, but it says with more to come in this year. So I'm hoping that this is just the foundation and they're going to expand upon this. But with these 6 transfer partners, they've done pretty good. The 5 airline transfer partners are Air France, KLM Flying Blue, Avianca Life Miles, British Airways Avios Points, Air Lagunas, I believe they use Avios Points too, and Iberia Plus. So with those airlines, they've checked a couple boxes. With the Avianca, you can get some really good value flying United with them. And then the British Airways, when you're doing short flights, sometimes you can get really good value flying, using British Airways to fly American Airlines on short haul flights. So those 2 partners will give them a pretty good bit of value and cover quite a few people just with those 2. They have 1 hotel, which is choice privilege, and they copied a little bit from City there, and they did a 1-to-2 ratio. And I just put out a video explaining the value of cash versus transfer partners, but in that video, I would point out with the hotels, most of them have very low value. The only way to really get value is to use Hyatt points or a 1-to-2 ratio. And City does 1-to-2 with choice privilege also. So that means you're going to be able to get a decent value if you want to stay at one of their hotels with points. So for every 1 Wells Fargo point, we'll give you 2 choice points. So you're getting good value in that sense. Another thing Wells Fargo has is they allow you to add things to the cards to give you extra percentages off. I'll show you a couple examples, but it gives you an extra percentage off when you add this to the card and you swipe that card at those places. And I always tell everybody, just check all the boxes. And just to give you an example, I ordered some business cards from a company I never heard of, but they after I ordered it, I paid with a credit card, and I guess I'd added that company to that card and got an additional savings buying those cards. I didn't go out of my way to do it, but I never thought I would use that company, but I add every one of them just in case. And honestly, I probably had more that I did on accident than I've ever done on purpose. Now on this card, they've added some trip and travel protections. They've kind of upped the amount they're going to cover and things like that for you. I'll put them up on the screen. You can kind of read through it, pause it, and take a look at it if you want to. Another thing is this card gives you primary car rental insurance. So that's another plus. So you can waive all of them, use this, and they'll go to your car before they affect your personal car insurance. So you'll be able to apply for this card in select stores starting March the 9th. But on March 20th, they're supposed to open up where you can apply online and have more branches. So my thoughts on this card. It's a pretty good card. I think I'm a bigger fan of the regular autograph, but I feel like they changed with the hotels and the airline multipliers that if you're traveling enough, this can be, and a $50 credit, this could still be useful in combination with the other cards. But if you're not traveling a whole lot, maybe it's better just to stick with the regular autograph, save your points, travel here or there, because the regular autograph really good multipliers and has some benefits too. I'm also curious where they tend to go with this with the partners they're going to add, because even if you look at like when the Bilt card first came out, it was just a few partners and it expanded quite a bit. So if you're looking for a card that's going to give you primary car rental insurance and give you quite a bit of multipliers for travel, this could be the card. Also, don't forget the travel and trip protections you're going to get. So this card covers quite a few things for if you're getting the credit back, roughly a $50 annual fee. So, something to consider. But if you're not traveling that much, maybe look at the regular autograph. It has really good multipliers and it's still going to have the same transfer partners. So you might not worry about an annual fee and get good multipliers and still be able to travel for free. And remember, like I always say in the videos, if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. Treat these cards like cash. Only spend what you have. Don't go getting in debt and wasting money and spending a lot of money that you don't have. Only spend what you have. Treat this like your debit card. I'm trying to help you get free travel, free cash back, get just extra things for free. So if you don't have the cash, you don't have the credit. Anyway, if you guys liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to help this channel grow. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.